See if anyone does say anything.
It's because the language is also so
You got 9 of these, bro.
Yeah, one day they'll pop off, right? You want to share? Yeah. This is a little bit long, man.
Thank you. Somebody pulled the start.
Someone already? No. You're lying, dude. Don't lie to me.
Oh, it's that.
Waybridge.
Oh, we did it. You got a secret already. Look at guys, bro.
Did the other Bisio?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Frenchie, what'd you get? Sure.
The circular sorcerer? What kind of name is that, dude? Holy.
It's a circular one. I don't know.
Ivishki?
Yeah, Gishki are back too.
Interesting, interesting.
I need to get a picture of this.
Oh,
my heart!
An ultra rare. You got the cover card. That's funny.
Hey, see me in draft format right now.
Yeah, right. We can't even summon it.
Hey, don't worry about it.
No.
I've been pulling like a madman. The hell is this, dude?
You pulled a secret and an ultra. Be thankful. No, I'm like, we're not that lucky. Let me see here.
I got one more super skill. Somebody was telling you to show up today.
Dude, what are these cards?
You got 3 supers so far.
I believe, dude. I believe. I believe.
Well, you got an ultra.
Hey, that's an ultra. That's an ultra in my heart.
This sector.
I knew something was gonna happen.
Ah. Yeah, I only got the one ultra.
Not even a hollow?
No, all common too.
Not even a hollow?
No, all common.
Much less.
So we just finished up round 1 and we played against an opponent who was actually utilizing a lot of the insect monsters that are actually found in the set. But since everything is treated as, you know, all the types, attributes, yeah, he just like, wow, he popped off pretty nicely. So I decided to go first because I didn't know exactly what my deck was going to do. I had like a vision of what the deck was going to do. It did not do any of that. But my opponent had like this insect just like built up field. He summoned out, like I tried to use that ace monster to like summon, draw 2 cards, but unfortunately went to his field. So he drew 2 cards. And from that, he activated one of the insect monsters in his hand to special summon to his field. And then that monster lets us special summon an insect from our hand. So just basically any monster from our hand. And it was just like, man, my opponent has so much insect reliable cards in here. And then like eventually he goes into like the, I forget what it's called, but if an insect battles, you get to pop a card you control and a card your opponent controls. That was actually pretty cool. He goes into that, and then like he even equipped one of the insect monsters to his ace monster. And then when after all that happened, he tributed that monster to go into the new perfectly great moth fusion monster. I can't remember what it's called. And I'm like, you actually got this card out? And I was just like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to do anything on this. So eventually I just like, I tried to play it off a little bit here or there. Like I did have like a little bit of a galaxy engine, did not utilize it as much as I had wanted to, but it was there. It just was not like the best thing. And I don't know, I just could not go into any of my synchro plays either because I only had like 2 tuner monsters in the deck, and it was just so bad that I just could not really do anything. But by that point, my opponent was just like putting up damage, and we only have 4,000 life points, so my opponent just attacks me. And yeah, just like, you know what, you got game one. So then we go into game two. I have my opponent start, and he has I can't actually, like, he still sets, like, he still has like this whole insect stuff, because even when that monster that I mentioned that pops a insect on that pops 2 cards on the field when insect battles, it can be special summoned from the hand if an insect monster battles. And that does eventually happen. Like, he sets up his he sets up a little board, he summons out the tiger, which decreases all monsters on the field by 500, and he could pop all monsters on the field that has less attack points than his own. And then I actually have my ace monster. I was able to summon it to my field to draw 2 cards. Still, we're not able to do as much. And then I just like, what am I gonna do here? And then I just could not really do anything. And my opponent just had that insect monster. I tried to attack with my Bestial, and then he just summoned out that insect and used its effect to destroy his face down card and my Bestial. And I was just like, oh man. And then it was kind of, I just really could not do anything. He just had the upper advantage on that point. And then when I tried to like do something, it just was not working. It just was not good. And my opponent just had the tiger that just popped all the monsters on the field. I'm just like, yeah, he's gonna get this. So then eventually I just ended up scooping because he got all the damage, and I was just like, yeah, you got this. So that gave me my first loss of the tournament. So we are not going to be guaranteed that playmat, which is unfortunate, but we're still going to stick around, obviously, for the tournament just to play, and hopefully we could do the top 4. That'd be really cool if we could, or get some more prizes. I don't know. It is what it is, but this is the first time I actually lost in the beginning of the tournament of a sealed only tournament, so it feels a little weird, but yeah, it is what it is. But we're gonna get back in there, do some trading. Danny ended up getting like game 1 because the opponent ended up leaving earlier, so he basically got a free win. That lucky duck. But yeah, it's still a good turnout in there. I think we have like, I want to say over at least 20 players, maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know who might be dropping by the end of this round, so we'll have to wait and see what's going on. And yeah, let's get back in there and maybe do some trading.
Okay.
Wait, what hollows did you guys pull? Just only those 2 secrets?
No, we got 3 secrets.
Oh, 3. We just finished up round 2, and it went a lot better than round 1. So what happened was that I made my opponent go first. I ended up winning the die roll. My opponent was only able to set a monster and pass. Now, I actually did have some Bestial monsters in my hand, but my opponent has no monsters in the graveyard. I didn't have any in the graveyard either, so all I could really do was set and pass. And then when it became my opponent's turn, he summoned out some stuff. He destroyed my monster, and then from there, I was able to get, have the option of getting a Bestial out on my turn. So I summoned out the Bestial, and what was funny too is that eventually, like, I accidentally normal summoned a monster, but I was supposed to set it. I was like, oh wait, I'm sorry, man. I was supposed to set this card, and then we had a good laugh about that because like we were in the zone, like me summoning Bestial, and then I was supposed to summon that, and then I told him like, oh shoot, you're not supposed to set that card because it had a good defense points, and then so it was funny. We all laughed about that one, and then when it became his turn, I had another Bestial, so I actually summoned out another Bestial during his turn, and then he rammed his Bestial into mine, destroyed those 2, and then when it became my turn, I flipped my monster. Well, he attacked into my monster, so I banished the Bestial on my graveyard to decrease that monster's level because it has that effect. It's a tuner. It can increase or decrease his level by depending how many I banish, and from there, I was able to synchro summon into my level 8 Chaos Synchro monster, which was just freaking beefed up, and I destroyed his monster. It can attack each monster he controls, but unfortunately he had this super rare monster that it cannot be destroyed by a battle with a monster who has the same type or attribute, and considering everything is considered as everything, it was gonna be a standstill. So from that point on, he ended up just scooping because he had no way of getting rid of that monster, and he did not want to go into like a deck out kind of option thing. So he ended up scooping, and I was like, okay, yeah, if you want, that's cool. So he scooped. So then we go to game 2. He made me go first, and I didn't really have too much. All I had was the Chaos monster. I can't remember what his name, but it's the level 4, 1600 attack points. So I just banished a ninja monster from my hand, summoned out that monster, and then I just proceeded to pass. My opponent does summon the Galaxy. I can't remember the name of it is, the level 4, 1600, so he just rams into them. And then I did have the Bestial in my hand, so I summoned out the Bestial because he did have the Galaxy in his graveyard. So it became my turn. Like, I summoned out, it was my turn, I summoned out the Bestial. Then I normal summoned out, I summoned another one of those Chaos monsters because I had the dark monster in my graveyard. And then Summon out those two, and I attacked, and my opponent tried to activate the Abyss Actor Pendulum monster he has in his Pendulum Zone, but he did not realize that it summons to my field. So from that point, he just scooped from there because I did have at least 4,100 damage. So that ended up giving me game 2, giving us our first win of the tournament, giving our total count at one win, 1 loss. It was a lot of fun because I actually summoned out that Chaos Synchro monster. That was a lot of fun. That was kind of like my ideal strategy of getting that, because that was the only way to access that, is to use that psychic monster to banish lights and darks in my graveyard to increase or decrease its level. And thankfully the Bestial was a level 6. I completely forgot about that, so that just ended up working out very well for me. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we got that one, and now we're just gonna be waiting for round 3 to start. I think there's 4 rounds. I could be wrong, but I think it's 4 rounds. So hopefully we do well enough to get into the top 4, because I think if you're a top 4, you get at least a promo card. I could be wrong, but it would be cool to get to a gold pride, or at least I have to try to pick it up from somebody. But yeah, let's get back out there and do some trading.
You actually got the damn
It does nothing.
You can talk with them. It's literally just there to go. I think that's the best thing that you could have done. I think those two.
Let me check if the one he had is the icon is the drop there. Did you bring your glue?
Quickly going over the last couple of rounds. For round 3, I went against my opponent. We were playing back and forth between the things, but I was utilizing mostly my Chaos Engine kind of core. I was trying to go for my deck, and I was able to use my trap card to synchro summon my synchro monster and attack for game, which got me the win. And I was just like, wow, that actually worked. So that was actually pretty cool. I really did enjoy that. It was the first time I ever did that. So then we went into game 2, where I had like a lot more of the advantages here. My opponent didn't really as much, because I had the Bestials and I had my own Galaxy engine kind of popping off a little bit. And then I just went for the damage, and that was just like really it. My opponent didn't have anything set, and that just gave me the game, and I won round 3. So when we go into round 4 though, man, I was like misplaying back and forth. All I could really do is just try to return all cards on my opponent's column, but it just did not really matter, because I really was like less than 1,500 life points, and his monster had 1,600 life points, and I was just like making so many misplays during this game, and I was just like trying to activate things where I could not activate them, and I was just like misplaying my Bestial, and I was just like, yeah, my opponent's gonna get this one. So he gets game 1. I'm like, yeah, you got this one. So we go into game 2. My opponent just had a way better setup board and used that spell card. I forgot what it was called, but he took my Chaos Synchro monster and gave me one of his monsters, and it was like a creature swap kind of thing. And then just on top of that, he had just more special summons in his hand and his normal summon, and yeah, that was well over 4,000 damage. I did have a Bestial in my hand, the Baldrake, but I just summoned it and then to just take up the synchro attack, but it really was not gonna do anything. My opponent had more than 4,000 damage, and that gave me my loss. So that brought my total record of 2 wins and 2 losses. And it is what it is. You know, it can't always win there. And afterwards, we were just waiting for the prizes to get announced, who got the playmats and everything like that. And thankfully, me and Danny did get a couple prizes.
Danny Roma!
What did I win?
Ooh. Well, dang, that's a lot. Dude.
20 and
Gomez.
How the hell did you do that?
Sure?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit. I'll take it.
That's what's going on.
And then we got more packs.
Well, the Baldrake is going to be very popular for sure. Chaos Mirage Dragon. I don't know what that is.
Damn.
Not good.
No. How much do you pay? Like
$20.
Oh.
For the 5 packs, yeah.
No, okay, not bad.
Oh, dude, this card fucking
That was,
fucked my
no.
shit up, dude.
That was so
Holy.
stupid on there. I was like, are you kidding me? Give me short with battle. I can't even beat it.
I was like, dude, bro.
I can't pop it.
Yeah.
Where's that one that switches control? That's all. That's what
I know.
need.
I couldn't draw that.
Bro, the one I want is the
Danny Lillard.
the Gravekeeper
There you
spell
go.
card.
Oh, finally.
I remember we were talking about that
Holy,
too.
dude.
It's not bullshit.
It's funny that you were just talking about that card.
I know, that's what I just said, you see?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Now you need 2 more.
That's good trade bait. That's good trade bait.
You're not gonna use it yourself?
I gotta get my dude, I think this card will be relevant someday.
Okay, I'll buy out for you.
The made to order one?
Yeah, the Gravekeeper spell.
Oh, like
$40. I don't know how much it is
Oh,
at the
yeah,
end.
no,
I-
low-key, it's not 40. Come on.
I just know it could be expensive.
It's like probably 20 for a
Oh, an ultra, dude, an ultra. Blazing Cartesia, the Virtuous.
Dude, why are you pulling a secret and a super and an ultra?
Hey, hey.
What the?
Can you see the rear keeper?
Yeah. Let me just leave it really quick.
Oh shit. Damn. Nah.
Chaos Core.
I believe.
I'm not. I'm like. Oh my god. I'm not even going through the rules.
Please activate this before like
Has to be at
your
the
main
start.
Has to be the very start.
start main phase.
Yeah.
I need that.
See, I'm gonna do the slow way here.
So, like for example,
Long bullshit.
I'm so sorry.
So overall, today was a really fun day, going to Paladins for a premiere event, busting open some new packs, supporting the locals, especially coming with Danny, and also picking up a lot of new cards that I'm going to add to my deck and build for a future deck. But what I really do enjoy most about these events is that we get to hang out with our friends and just play cards in a draft format, just have a good time. And I really enjoy these types of events, and it's just always a fun day, and I could not ask for a better day.